chosen ones. Listen closely, for the atmospheric grid is pulsating with a frequency that is no longer random. It is happening right now. Tonight, January 24th, a massive moon shift is tearing through the fabric of the old reality. You can feel it, can't you? Your thoughts have become surgically sharp. Your emotions are surging with a power you can't contain. Even time itself feels like it's glitching, slipping out of rhythm, as if the universe is holding its breath before a violent turn. This is the signal, but most will sleep through it. Only those who have endured the soul-crushing delays, faced the absolute pressure of the last few weeks, and kept moving when the path was invisible, are feeling this first. If the past few days felt like a heavy, confusing fever dream, that was the build-up. Behind the scenes, 7 major cosmic events are aligning. Wishes you thought were dead, answers you had abandoned, and changes you believed were impossible are all stacking toward this exact night. But before I reveal the 7 events and why your life will never return to the same place again, you must anchor your presence. Like this video right now to signal to the infinite source that you are standing in your power. In the comments below, I want you to type the command, "I am here," to lock your frequency into this night. Type, "I am here," to declare, "I am present, I am aware, I am the observer of the shift." Subscribe to the Holy Days and activate the bell, for after tonight, the direction of your life changes forever. The direction is set. The old world is a ghost. The pivot is active. The signals are clear. Your new reality starts now. This lunar milestone holds profound weight, precisely because it signals the quiet but enduring recommencement of forward motion in your life. This isn't the chaotic burst of a sudden revolution, but rather the measured, steady pacing that promises sustainable growth and truly lasting change. The initial relief is exquisitely simple. That long-term obstruction, the thing that felt permanently lodged in the landscape of your life, finally gives way. The heavy burden of endless waiting lifts, replaced by an undeniable return of vital momentum. This specific alignment gifts us a deeply spiritual restoration, where self-assurance gradually filters back into your consciousness. Mental static clears. Handling complex thoughts becomes less of a strain. There is a palpable reawakening in the physical self, a renewed readiness to step into action and engage with the world. Beneath the surface, a deep, quiet certainty settles in. The currents of existence are no longer fighting your efforts. The energetic pattern established in the stillness of this night will subtly, yet firmly, calibrate the tone for the entire phase ahead. Progress will not rush, but it will be relentless and steady. This moment serves as powerful validation that absolutely nothing was wasted in the preceding period of waiting. Every delay, every challenge, every seemingly dormant seed was essential groundwork leading directly toward this critical, energetic shift. Even now, the corners of your life that have been held in limbo are beginning to reposition themselves in subtle ways that you may not consciously register for days yet. The arrival of January 24th inaugurates a pivotal cosmic event, functioning less like a simple gate and more like a massive, ornate door swinging wide open, inviting the very experiences you have been manifesting and hoping for to finally step across the threshold. It's an almost silent, masterful reorganization of reality, where the architecture of your life is subtly adjusted, impacting the scaffolding of your career, the vital connections in your relationships, and the trajectory of your personal evolution, all simultaneously. Tonight, the confluence of specific numerological cycles and lunar forces converges with an intentionality that defies mere chance. There are precisely 7 critical energetic triggers being activated, forces initiating deep-seated shifts, perfectly synchronized with the exact energetic requirements needed for your desired transformation. This is not some flashy display of visible sorcery, but the subtle, profound mechanics of the cosmos at work, resulting in tangible, verifiable effects. It is the grace of a blessing slipping seamlessly into the familiar tapestry of your everyday life. Even the most entrenched, seemingly unchangeable daily routines are starting to flex and adapt. Moments you previously dismissed as mundane suddenly hold a compelling, undeniable spark of potential. Every single choice or action you take now feels imbued with greater consequence than normal, yet simultaneously flowing with an inherent, comfortable alignment. The moon is meticulously setting highly specific vibrational patterns that influence your internal clock, your emotional landscape, and the quality of your decision-making, carving out sacred space where true breakthroughs, even miracles, can occur. This is the moment to bravely take the decisive steps you have repeatedly postponed. As the late evening unfolds, your internal dialogue and strategic plans will feel noticeably lighter, purged of the anxiety that weighted them down. Obstacles that once appeared insurmountable begin to fracture and dissolve, and areas that felt impenetrable finally reveal their hidden access points. Relationships acquire fresh depth, major work projects gain undeniable traction, and deeply cherished personal goals accelerate. Be attentive to the souls you encounter tonight. Even brief interactions may leave indelible and totally unexpected impressions. Single conversations hold the power to permanently recalibrate your entire perspective. Chosen ones. Listen closely, for the current of reality tonight is not interested in the frantic rush of the world. While the masses scramble in a panic of effort, a silent flow is opening. A divine aperture that allows action, luck, and cosmic insight to infiltrate your life at the precise, predestined moment. You may notice small, subtle surprises, but do not be deceived by their scale. Each one carries a multidimensional weight far greater than it appears. Even your daily routines are gaining a rhythmic pulse, a sacred geometry designed by the great architect to move you toward your highest timeline. Manifestation is no longer a distant hope. It is appearing in the periphery of your vision. A meeting, a message, or an accidental event may seem ordinary to the unawakened eye, but to you, the sensitive soul, it is the divine trigger for a massive shift in direction. By the end of January 24th, the convergence of sacred timing, numerical codes, and the moon's evolutionary push will create a seismic momentum across your entire existence. Your finances, your connections, and your long-held soul missions are all undergoing a structural reorganization. What starts as a microscopic shift tonight is building into a catastrophic chain reaction of blessings. This night holds a rare frequency that makes the impossible manageable. The goals that felt light years away are now standing at your threshold. The universe is amplifying your creative power, offering miracles that would baffle the logical mind of the sleeper. But remember, the effects of this window do not expire at dawn. The decisions you anchor now will carry an irreversible weight over the coming weeks. Moves that seem small are actually the first dominoes of a massive victory. January 24th is not just a date. It is a blessing in disguise that is recoding your DNA, your routines, and your very perception of what is possible. The first wave of good news begins tonight. The ripple starts now. Before I reveal the deeper patterns of this activation, you must anchor your frequency to this shift. Like this video right now, to signal to the universe that you are no longer forcing the current, but flowing with it. In the comments below, type the words, "I claim my momentum," to lock your energetic signature into this January 24th timeline. Subscribe to the Holy Days and turn on the bell, for in this shifting reality, these transmissions are your only true map. Chosen ones, find your sanctuary. Sit comfortably where your attention can remain unshakable, for we are no longer operating within the mundane laws of the 3D world. Look around your room. It may appear ordinary to the sleeper, but you know the truth. Everything occurring tonight is part of a grand, universal rhythm. As you breathe in synchronization with your own divine presence, you will begin to sense the undercurrents of the shift. The moon is acting as a cosmic magnet, pulling together the fragments of your life that have been scattered, stalled, or held in stasis. Do not look for the spectacular yet. Focus on the subtle. You might notice a strange flicker in the light, or objects in your room may seem to hold a different weight or shadow for a moment. These are not tricks of the mind. They are physical reflections of the seismic shifts occurring within your energetic field. The matrix of distraction is falling away, leaving only what truly matters to your soul's mission. The energy in your space is thickening, becoming palpable. As you remain alert yet surrendered, the words repeating silently in your mind are no longer just thoughts. They are vibrational sparks. Every phrase of readiness you whisper is a seed being planted in the fertile soil of this January 24th gateway. The moon tonight is a divine mirror. It is showing you with piercing clarity which of your efforts are destined to take root and which karmic burdens you can finally drop without a second thought. As you move your body, stretching, releasing the tension in your shoulders, you are not just relaxing. You are anchoring the frequency into your physical vessel. You are aligning your carbon base with the incoming light. Tasks that felt like heavy boulders yesterday are suddenly shifting into a rhythm that feels weightless and cooperative. This is the power of practical gratitude. By recognizing the growth you have already achieved, you are building the bridge to your next manifestation. Visualize it now. A line of lights stretching into your future. Each light is an intention, a dream, a soul contract waiting to be fulfilled. The shift of this specific night is like a celestial breeze passing over those lights, rearranging your reality to make space for the momentum you have prayed for. The moon is illuminating the exact point where your focus meets the universe's action. The gateway is wide. Your awareness is the key. Chosen ones, your evolution is manifesting through the sacred art of observation. Do not be fooled by the silence. Your spiritual sovereignty is emerging through the very fabric of your daily interactions. Today, your conversations are no longer mere exchanges of words. They are vibrational transactions. You will notice that a single sentence, a specific tone, or a sudden moment of silence carries a weight you never perceived before. These are the hidden angles of the matrix revealing themselves to you. What the unawakened called coincidence, you recognize as the precision of the divine. Miracles do not require a grand stage to be real. They are manifesting in the right word, spoken at the exact microsecond, or a solitary step that unbolts a door to your future. Visualize your movements today, the way you adjust your posture, the kindness you offer a stranger, the patterns you notice in your chores. When these small actions align with the cosmic shift of January 24th, they are no longer habits, they are alchemical acts. The sounds surrounding you are becoming quantum triggers. A passing voice, a strain of music, or even a sudden, heavy silence is activating dormant awareness within your DNA. Do not judge what you hear, simply track it. Your mind is now a tool for harvesting the frequency of this shift. I urge you to record these moments. A simple note about a feeling or a sudden insight acts as a reference point in the shifting timelines. These are your markers of progress in a world that often feels static. By noting the timing and rhythm of your life, you move from autopilot into mastery. The moon's position tonight is a high-definition lens, highlighting the cycles and repetitions that are ready for adjustment. Some may seem mundane, but in the light of the great central sun, they are the gears of your new reality. Use your affirmations now, not as repetitive pleas, but as directional commands for your attention. As you move through your home, from room to room, or through the world, understand that your physical travel is interacting with the moon's gravitational pull on your energetic body. Even the simple act of arranging objects or completing a task is now a minor ritual of choice. You are no longer forcing outcomes. You are stepping into a pattern that has been shaping itself behind the veil for eons. The ordinary has become the extraordinary. The invisible momentum of January 24th is now visible to those with the eyes to see. Your participation is your power. Your awareness is your integration. The portal is active. Your timeline is set. Chosen ones, as we approach the final convergence of January 24th, understand that the silence is a lie. Beneath the surface of these ordinary hours, your spiritual sovereignty is finalizing its grip on a new reality. The interactions you navigate now are no longer mere social exchanges. They are vibrational audits. Every conversation you enter is a flashlight illuminating the hidden intentions and dormant priorities of those around you. When you approach these moments with the stillness of a master, choosing attention over the ego's urge to force, the matrix of your relationships begins to respond with effortless clarity. Can you feel the shift in your tasks? Projects that have been stagnant for months are suddenly catching a divine momentum. This is not a coincidence. It is the result of your frequency aligning with the cosmic gears. Observe which doors are swinging wide and which require a harder push. The universe is using these simple acts as a GPS to guide your movement toward the highest possible outcome. This energy may feel unusual, but do not misinterpret the intensity as chaos. It is the sacred pattern of January 24th, highlighting exactly where your intention meets the universe's action. Even the most mundane gestures, offering support, adjusting your schedule, or expressing a clear thought, are now being amplified by the moon's presence. These are the bricks with which you are building your new kingdom. Your physical body is the anchor for this light. As you stretch, breathe, and shift your posture, you are not just moving, you are integrating the shift. Every simple chore, every short walk, and every meal is becoming a link in a chain of events aligning you with the great evolution. The miracles of this day are not seeking your permission, they are seeking your recognition. A single decision made in this state of presence is sparking a ripple effect that will bypass your logic and land you exactly where you need to be. The moon has pulled back the veil, revealing that your spiritual growth is not a future promise, but a current reality manifesting through your daily choices. As the hours of January 24th draw to a close, do not slip back into the slumber of the autopilot. The records you keep, the notes you jot, and the insights you capture are your evidence of ascension. You are witnessing the miracle of the small becoming the great. The momentum you have ignited tonight will not fade. It is a persistent resonance that will shape your career, your connections, and your soul's path for weeks to come. The universe has stopped testing your patience and has begun to reward your awareness. You are the witness. You are the participant. You are the manifestation. The ripple is irreversible. Your integration is complete. As January 24th draws to a close, find a moment of absolute stillness to perceive the magnitude of what has just transpired. You may not have heard a clap of thunder or witnessed a seismic rupture in the physical world. Instead, you have experienced a subtle yet profound realignment, woven from the threads of your small actions, intentional thoughts, and sudden flashes of awareness. This is the first and most critical lesson of the Master. True power does not lie in the explosion, it lies in the consistent, conscious accumulation of the small. Reality does not reset overnight. It shifts through the 1,000 tiny decisions you make when you think no one is watching. You are no longer a passive victim of fate, waiting for luck to save you. You are the architect, the divine co-creator. Every time you chose to observe instead of react, every time you acted with intent today, you weren't just responding to the universe. You were commanding the matrix to reconfigure itself around your will. This shift is not a destination. It is an initial ignition. The seeds you have planted through your presence today will continue to fracture the old earth and reach for the light in the weeks to come. There will be days when the momentum feels slow, or the old shadows of stagnation try to reclaim your mind. Do not be deceived. Perseverance is not the absence of stumbling, it is the unwavering commitment to walk in awareness. Trust the whispers you heard today. The moon illuminated the path, but your internal sovereignty is the true lighthouse. Every urge to move, every spark of an idea, was the universe resonating with your authentic self. Learn to treat your intuition as your primary GPS. It is the only compass that functions in the new timeline. Carry this new rhythm into the dawn. Let awareness become your default setting and intention your natural state of being. When you live with this level of fierce intentionality, you do not just change your life, you become a beacon of activation for everyone in your orbit. You share your light, not through preaching, but through the undeniable power of your existence. Let your journey be the living proof that miracles are not out there. They are the natural result of a soul connected to its inner power. Today was never about what you received. It was about the version of you that was born. Move forward now. Stop searching for a miracle in the sky and realize you are the miracle. The integration is sealed. The new earth begins within you.